Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 181st Annual Broadway's Next Hit Musical Phony Awards! And now, here's your MC for the evening, Mark T. Engberg!
Reception. Please be seated. We are so thrilled to be here at the Triad Theater on the Upper West Side, situated in the heart of New York's world-renowned theater district. We are so thrilled. Folks, I don't want to go any further tonight without introducing the esteemed, the renowned presenters, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up! Deborah Mai, Matt Girovano, Rob Schiffman, and Robert C. Grant. What a field we have for you tonight, folks, and we are so glad to be back in New York City. Really, we are. Give it up for yourselves. We go all over the country with the show. We tour all around the country. Before we came back home, we did a show in San Francisco. Yeah, and then we followed that up with a show in Tampa. Yep. We went from the San Francisco Bay Area to the Tampa Bay Area. And if you're unfamiliar with the difference between those two places, let me help you out. It's very simple. The San Francisco Bay Area is full of people eating brie with crackers. The Tampa Bay Area is full of crackers who named their daughters Brie. That works. But I am glad to be back in New York City. I have lived in New York for 10 years, but I feel like a real New Yorker. I do. Here's how I know. My favorite singer is Whitney Houston. That's the litmus test. Everyone knows that. When I first left, I came to New York 10 years ago. When I first left my hometown, all my friends and family, they would always say, "Remember us when you're famous." Now they just say, "Remember when we thought you'd be famous." Yeah, but things are looking up. I am at the Triad Theater, that's right. The Triad, of course, holds the distinction of being New York City's only theater that doubles as the employee locker room of a kebab shop. Zagat rated, I will add. But we are so happy. You know, we go all over the country. People are very nice all around the country, you find. They are. They get very friendly. Here in New York, we're more rude, abrupt, direct. But you go outside. We were in Minnesota a couple of months ago, and I was taking some cash out of the ATM, and the guy in line behind me goes, "Hey, we got the same pin code." Isn't that neat? Nice people. Nice people. The barbecue, too. Oh, do we eat well on the road? Don't we eat well? The barbecue, terrific. Now, listen, we've been to Texas. Yeah. We've been to Texas. They tell you their barbecue is the best. That's what they'll tell you. Yeah. You go to South Carolina, we've done shows there. They say theirs is the best. But for me, Missouri barbecue is where it's at. I think we all agree. We do, because the Missouri barbecue, they got the recipe down. I mean, it's the baked beans. It's the pulled pork. It's the meth. It's all very good. Generous portions, though. It's getting hot out there, is it not, folks? Getting hot? New York City? It's a double-edged sword, though, when it starts to warm up in this city. It's a double-edged sword because for every pretty girl in a sundress, there's one of those toenail fungus guys in flip-flops. So, a dilemma. But New York City gets very humid in the summer, does it not? In the summer, New York City is the place to be if you've ever wanted to do Bikram yoga inside a diaper genie. That's what I always tell people. But I have, beach season is on its way. I've been working on my physique. I had a very productive 30-minute workout today, 25 minutes of which was spent untangling my earphones. Lift weights without my Leonard Maltin podcast? What are you kidding? Thank you. I did see a weird thing today over on Amsterdam Avenue on the way here tonight. I saw a guy with a Ferrari backpack. Yeah. Boy, nothing says I don't own a Ferrari. They don't come with the car. All right, folks, you might have noticed that I am not on stage alone tonight, and thank you for that, because joining me on this storied stage, making up every note of the music you have heard and will hear, is our very talented musical director. Folks, say hello to the wonderful Gary Adler. Gary is a wonderful musician. Every time I hear him play, I am overcome with such pianist envy. Gary has had a great career. He has worked with such Broadway icons as Cheetah Rivera, Sutton Foster, and Jimmy Buffett, just to name a few. Now, folks, would you like to hear how this show works? Are you ready to get going here? Sometimes people think, oh, what is this show, Broadway's Next Hit Musical? What is this? Is this a Broadway review? No, that would be sheer agony. This is something much, much better, my friends, because you've heard of the Tony Awards, right? Yeah. This is not them. No, this is the 181st Annual Phony Awards! If you're keeping score, that's our first pun of the night. All right, folks. Tonight you will be hearing 4 nominated songs from this year's best and brightest Broadway musicals. I'm talking about the classics of tomorrow. Here's the best part. We have no idea what those songs are going to be. We really don't. You know the songs I'm talking about? Such legendary earworms as Foolishly Hunting by Wendy, whose email address is just a smiley face. So, she had some of that Missouri meth barbecue before she came in. Now, the songs will be presented by these wonderful 4 New York City improvisers, and let me tell you, 3 of them very good. After you've heard all 4 nominated songs, you will be voting to decide which of these nominees takes home the coveted Phony Award. Look at it, listening in the lights. And wins the ultimate prize of seeing that song adapted into a full-blown improvised musical in the second half of our show. Does that sound like fun to you people? One last item of business before we get started here, folks. Keep in mind, everything you see on this stage tonight will be based entirely on your suggestions and your suggestions alone. So remember, if anything isn't funny, it's probably your fault. All right, folks, you ready to get started tonight? Your first presenter of the evening is beloved by so many. He's dazzled audiences up and down Broadway. And Broadway legend Mandy Patinkin once said to him, "You are not supposed to be in my dressing room." Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Robert C. Gray!
Can everyone see me? Ladies and gentlemen, it is a thrill to be here tonight to present the first nominated song for the coveted Broadway's Next Hit Musical Phony Award. My path here tonight has taken me all over this wonderful country where I've had the opportunity to perform for tens of people in so many wonderful cities. But nothing is more important to me in this moment than the opportunity to present this song, which is poetic, it's powerful, it's become my signature song. What is this here?
I won't survive. Yes.
I won't survive. I won't survive comes from the musical We're Going Where? We're Going Where is an epic tale of expeditioners, people who are going on an expedition and have sought out an incredible summit where very few have actually summited. And it is a test of their ability to stay together. It is a test of their friendship, and it is a test of their will to survive. Now, in the scene in which I Won't Survive is sung, it is actually a song that takes place between two friends. And it has come to at a very critical moment of this expedition. One of the people has already died on this expedition. But this is a critical moment. And it takes place between two friends, and it's not exactly what you expect in the moment. I don't want to tell too much more. So, won't you get your backpacks on and your climbing shoes ready as I sing for you I Won't Survive from the musical We're Going Where?
Hey! Marcus! It's a clown!
Let him go.
There's not much I can do about it.
Don't believe that, Jimmy. There's always something you can do about it.
Was that Marcus that just went down?
It was Margaret.
Marcus went all the way down!
What did you say, Margaret?
I didn't say anything. I was breathing. There is not enough oxygen up here.
There isn't.
There's no way we're gonna make it.
Oh, Jimmy, don't say that. Please don't say that, Jimmy.
Try again, I'll help you. Stephen, you're an optimist by nature, but not a realist.
Stephen, Jimmy, there's only a little bit of food and oxygen left in the tanks. I am going to eat it now.
The oxygen or the...
No tanks.
Oh,
If Margaret's gonna eat the food and the oxygen, then I'll die with you before you die. Well, I'll die with you. I don't know who'll go first, but one of us will go first.
It'll probably be you, Jimmy. Is there something that's different between us? I think I have the will.
Do you?
I think I have the way.
Are you sure?
I think I have the... Oh, Jimmy, are you there? Oh, Jimmy, life's not fair. Oh, Jimmy, it's so good we're both alive. But without you, I won't survive. The lights are going down, it might be our very last dance. Do you wanna climb much further? Are you willing to take a chance? Do you have the hot spot? Do you have the balls? Or are you ready?
York where we can finally use the word balls as a lyric. Thank you, Robert. Wow. You know, I don't know about you people, but I was getting a little sick of the disco mountaineering musical genre. But Robert Grant has breathed brand new life into it. Also, we need to check Rob for a concussion. And nothing could be more fun than hearing New Yorkers talk about the wilderness, right? Yeah. Deb with the tanks of food and the tanks of... I love Deb, but the highest altitude she's ever been to is the rooftop of her Upper West Side co-op. All right, folks, let's move on to our second presenter of the evening. Second presenter of the evening. Oh, I'm so excited. Not only is he a bright talent of Broadway today, but he has brains to boot. That's right. Because he graduated magna cum laude from Columbia University. Yeah. In Bogota, Colombia. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Matt
Girovano! Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I truly am #blessed to be here this evening to present this nominated song. Now, to be honest, when this first came to me, I was a little apprehensive about joining this project, but after many phone calls back and forth while the musical was being written and developed, the producer and composer met with my agent and I and showed us 16 bars. And by the 17th, I was so drunk I agreed to do the show. But I can't be too mad about it. It was the best decision of my life. But I do remember it brought me success. It brought me, everyone knew who I was all over town. I remember on closing night, we had a party at the refined Nobu 42. And I wore my sharpest suit. And as I politely excused myself to go poop, I saw there was a young couple in the corner smiling at me. And I knew that they recognized me, so I gave them a nod, and the man gestured for me to come on over, and of course I don't want to be rude to my fans, so I walked on over to them, and the woman, so shy, so coy, looks down, looks back up at me with a smile on her face and a glimmer in her eye and says, "Can we have more bread?" And of course, that song, which has catapulted me to the peak of mediocrity, is Harvey Weinstein is Not in the House. Harvey Weinstein is Not in the House comes to us from the musical Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. And Mirror, Mirror on the Wall tells the story of a young intern who wants to become a successful movie producer, except for the fact that his boss, also known as Harvey Weinstein, is in fact a treasure hunter. It's based on a true story. And in the scene where Harvey Weinstein is not in the house, this is where a gang is clearly looking for Harvey Weinstein because he stole some precious amulets of sorts, and I am being interrogated in this mansion. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on this adventure together as we dive into the musical Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, featuring the nominated song Harvey Weinstein is Not in the House. No, let me go, no!
Then where is he exactly?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's good one. I don't know.
Look, here's the thing. You may not understand why we're after this Weinstein pal. He stole my amulets. Both of them.
And he didn't even ask for your permission?
He didn't ask for my permission. He just took them. He took them.
Yeah. Me
He
too.
took them. Both of them, not just one.
Yeah.
And then decided about the other one. They took them both.
Yeah. They just grabbed the amulets, took them.
I don't know where Harvey could be. I mean,
You're killing me, kid.
That's a good one.
if he's not on the massage table and he's not in the kitchen, I don't know where he could be.
Did he check every single room?
There was one room in the back I did not check.
The gym, he's definitely not in there. Definitely not in there.
Maybe these pliers can help pry out the ink.
Yeah,
Come on, let me
yeah.
break his neck, let me bust his toes,
All
let me
right,
do
go ahead.
something.
Here. Come on, pliers. Show what you can do.
Come on, squeeze something.
Uh-oh.
Take it easy.
He's gonna grab your trinkets.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein took my amulets. He can take your trinkets.
That's not that painful, actually.
You saying I'm not good at my job? Cause it could get a lot worse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right on the nipple. Oh.
So where is he now?
Where is he now?
Okay. I can exactly tell you where he is. Oh, I can tell you more where he isn't. Harvey's not there. He's not in prison. Quiet as a mouse. Harvey Weinstein's not in this house. Harvey's not in Egypt and he's not in the Saudi Arabian Peninsula. He's not Israeli. If you're looking for him, check by Santa Claus, because Harvey Weinstein isn't in this house. He is not in Kansas or Canada or anywhere. Check underneath Kevin Spacey. His toothpaste, not his hair. Check by anyone. He's not singing by a louse. No, Harvey Weinstein is not in this house. He's not singing with Bing Crosby or eating pudding with Bill Cosby or hanging out with any of that sort.
Where is Harvey?
He's not in a park building lots of things with forts. He's nowhere he can be to see.
Where is Harvey?
I don't know where Harvey is. He's certainly not here. If I knew where Harvey was, I'd certainly make it clear. And then you pinch my dimples and you pinch all of my nipples, and I have to say without a doubt that Harvey Weinstein's not in this house. Hey!
Yeah! Harvey Weinstein finally gets the musical he deserves. Yeah. Wow. And I think we've just stumbled upon a brand new Broadway genre. The Me Too'sicle. Second pun of the night. All right, folks. It is time for our third presenter of the evening. How are we doing so far? We have So excited for her. Not only is she one of the bright stars of Broadway, but she also has a heart of gold. That's right, because after this show tonight, she's going to be heading over to entertain the troops. Let's let her hear it. That's great. Very proud of her. That's right, she's been booked to perform at the Saratoga County Boy Scout Jamboree. Ladies and gentlemen, please lose your minds for the talented Deborah
Thank you for staying, everyone. What a great honor it is for you to be here tonight at the Triad Theater on West 72nd Street, where musical theater was born and died. But we'll be born again tonight in this nominated song, a song which each and every time I sing it feels like the very first time. Of course, the song of which I sing is Just Kill Me Now. Just Kill Me Now comes to us from the musical Anon, My Love. And the musical Anon, My Love is a whimsical, beautiful love story of treachery, difficulty, and overcoming those difficulties to grab a hold of love by the ears. And in this musical, Anon, My Love, it is the story, it's an ancient tale of love. It takes place in the days of yore, back then. In jolly old England of all places, yes, in a time of kings and queens, which is actually still now, but back then also. And it's the story. It's a very traditional story of a young, wealthy princess who falls in love with a groundskeeper. It's very basic, as I told you. It's a very simple story. It's not about the story. It's about all the other stuff. She falls in love with a groundskeeper, but unfortunately she has been betrothed to a very, you know this one, Gary, a very, very wealthy knight from a neighboring town. This is in the days of yore, I'm telling you. And it's the story of how she ends up falling in love with this groundskeeper, and of course her father is against all of this. And it is how all of those knots work out. It would be unfair of me to tell you all the twists and turns that go on. We could be here all night, I promise. So I won't bore you with that. But in this song, Just Kill Me Now, this is the song that I sing when my father has told me that I must marry this young knight in the neighboring town. And he leaves me alone. And in front of me, I sing the song of what I foresee my life to be. And it's almost as if there's a ballet. It's beautiful. It's whimsical, I told you. Now, clearly that's enough. But is it? No, I think not. Because one of the things that made the musical Anon, My Love, so memorable and beautiful and easy to recall was the movements that the actors made on stage. The way they moved their arms and legs and the dance, if you will. In the industry, we call this choreography. You're welcome. And what I discovered tonight on the red carpet is the choreographer of the musical Anon, My Love is here tonight at the Phony Awards. I can't believe it myself, I know. And it would be wrong of me not to acknowledge their presence if I could see them. And so, as if by magic, the lights come on. And I didn't see where they were sitting, so it's just going to take me a moment to... Such a young one you are. Yes, with the glasses and the hand on your face. Yes, it's you. Stand up. Prodigy. Yes, exactly. Stay standing. I'm not done with you. Now, you and I go way back.
I've known you for years.
Years and years. All those
decades.
rehearsals. I know decades. Well, for me, decades. For you, like a couple of years. But, so clearly, I know your name. But if you wouldn't mind telling them your name, that'd be great.
before you give me any fiddle-faddle or the riff-raff as young princesses do, I, your father, decree to you hitherunto, therefore, that thou shalt go and marry thine own self to thy knight in the neighboring town.
Nay, fair father. Oh, it's the consumption. Consumption is taking you day by day, inch by inch, lung by lung.
'Tis the red bisque of death, coming for mine internals.
Aye, 'tis a bad day indeed, dear father, dear king.
But darker days come forth if thou shalt not marry thy ironclad man of town yonder.
Yea, thou man of town yonder doth stand before ye now. Nay, not yonder, but rather
Hither! What comedics of this man here?
stand it before you, do I?
How do you do jingle and jangle in your metal suit?
I shall jingle and jangle, for thou'st bring out the jangle in my jingle.
Nay, nay.
Not till your betrothed night, I don't think
Yea, certain lines thou shalt not cross, nor I. Yea, the red bisque of death.
Yes, shake not that hand.
Add thine own cracker, that bisque become yea more tasty.
between the trisket of love and life, I shan't stay, while your loves do dither in the moth light.
I know not what you say. Father, I know not. I understand not what you speak.
Neither I. I have dipped into thine mother's
What?
Yea, that is TMI, thou cannot find out.
It's true. Please, leave me in my boudoir.
Yes, thine virginal, beautiful, youthful, extraordinarily youthful daughter.
Yes.
Don't age thyself with those others not of your stature.
I have only come to pass on information from mine lips to thine ears through the air that betweenst does connect.
I allow your lips to stay thusly and mine ear to stay herely.
Yea, for now 'tis not a journey my lips shall make,
Nay.
yet on the morrow mine own lips shall touch thine own ears. But before then I shall pass on to the information I have purchased us a castle. A castle in which to thrive, to have children, to play, and eventually to die. Let's not speak of such things. Hear I a sound outside?
Ah, yes. Tis time for thy legs to move out. For 'tis the time for me to allow myself to ready myself for bed. And yea, the cleaners, those who work amongst the grounds to come and clean.
That's why they call them cleaners.
Yes, and my piano boy also plays.
Play, piano boy. E major, please. Ah, that sound. I shall kiss thine own hand and leave me
right.
here. And shouldst thou deny me that kiss, A minor thou shalt play. On the morrow.
Anon!
Anon.
Sorry. The ivy's starting to grow into your room.
Ah, 'tis true. The ivy doth crawl up the side of mine castle like a hand does
Oh,
climb.
careful! These are sharp.
Aye.
You put your hand out there and we like a guillotine falling on you.
Aye. Yes, an idea has crossed my mind from this part to that. Here to there. This, like that.
Sorry.
There.
Every move you make is more beautiful than the last.
Your face I see in my dreams. Nay, cut not my hand.
Oh, I shan't. I forget myself when I'm around you.
I forget myself when I'm around you.
Oh. I always thought it was a non-starter.
No, 'tis a non-love, a non-my love.
Tell me, while I stand here on the edge of your bedroom window, precariously perched with a very sharp object,
Aye.
How could you sing? Ah!
No, please die not. Cling to life like an ivy branch on the bridge.
I think one of us is closer than the other!
Just feel so I don't have to live another day. I don't have to go on my way. And then I guess you heard him say, just kill me.
Oh my! Musical improv and improvised Shakespeare for the price of one, folks. Yes, that was incredible. How about the accent work in that scene? Wasn't that touches of jolly old England, shades of Massapequa? It was truly something to behold. And of course, the stunning choreography of Felix. The red bisque of death. Good God. Raising moods all over. You know, Calyx reminds us that there is a lot that goes into the making of a successful musical. And this is, of course, the Phony Awards. This is the main event. But I would be remiss if I did not mention that earlier this afternoon we held our technical awards luncheon. That's right. It was held over in Teaneck, New Jersey, and good people at the DoubleTree were gracious enough to host. The luncheon was held in Ballroom B. Ballroom A was taken. Traffic school, I think. But a couple of highlights from the technical awards, if you're interested. The song Vibrator Blues won the 2018 Faulty Battery Award. Check those. The song Suddenly It's Cuba. Did Cuba Gooding Jr. get Me Too'd as well? I don't know. We've been on stage for an He hasn't been. All right, don't relax. All right. And the song either Felicia or Felidia or Faluvia, an Italian of some sort, on tour, won the 2018 award for achievement in penmanship. And the song Marching Down Broadway won 2 awards, actually, Best Marching and Best Programs. So it's a very tough category. Give it up for the technical award winner. Just a few highlights. If you're interested in the full list of nominees and winners of the Tech Awards, please do visit our website at www.technicalawards.com/nobody cares. All right. Folks, it is time for our 4th presenter of the evening. Are you ready? Yeah! Our fourth presenter of the evening is truly the Michael Jordan of Broadway song and dance. I'm speaking, of course, of the time Michael Jordan tried to play baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Rob Schiffman.
Ladies and gentlemen, every now and then, a song comes along that changes the world. Changes the way we see ourselves and the way we choose to interact with those around us. It's extremely unlikely that this is one of those songs. But then in the long line of musical theater classics such as Summertime and Singin' in the Rain comes this new classic. I know you know. The song I'm speaking of course, is My Baloney and Me. My Baloney and Me comes to us from the musical The Dude, the Food, and the Rude Awakening. The Dude, the Food, and the Rude Awakening is a story of growth. It's a story of maturation and moving past a difficult period. Basically, it tells the story of a man who he's a widow, and he's been living alone for a number of years because of that. And it's a common, byproduct of widowing. He's been alone for a while. And it's the story of a second chance at love. He meets someone, and it's whether or not he can make it work. But of course, in living alone for a while, he's really just become accustomed to his own ways. He doesn't clean so much. He doesn't do the things you're supposed to do to keep yourself, a stable, healthy human being. Now, I play that man in the scene in which I sing the song My Baloney and Me. This is when my brother has come over to kind of give me a pep talk to get out in the world. And he's actually telling me that he wants to set me up with someone. But it's me sort of going, you know what, I'm fine the way I am. And that is the song My Baloney and Me. Now the musical, The Dude, the Food, and the Rude Awakening, was known for so many things and really attracted the critics for a myriad of reasons, not the least of which, of course, is the obvious social relevance. The one thing, though, that the critics really they just could not stop talking about in this musical were the lyrics. The lyrics to this musical were groundbreaking. This was the first musical to ever use adverbs. That was a big deal, because now we weren't just chewing, but we were chewing voraciously. And let me tell you, as an actor, that's a big deal. Now, there was one lyric in particular that every time I sang it, it was just, it gave me everything I needed to know about the character. It was truth, it was poetry, it was lyrical, it was Shakespeare meets Sondheim, and it spoke volumes. You know the lyric I'm talking about, of course, that lyric that just told us all we needed to know, that spoke to each of our hearts night after night. That lyric, of course, which fits so perfectly in this particular song was, "Hello, you ugly duckling." Which, of course, begs the question, what rhymes with duckling? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's find out, shall we? Join me on this journey as I present to you the song Me and My Baloney and Me from the musical The Dude, the Food, and the Rude Awakening, featuring the lyric, "Hello, you ugly duckling."
Tim, come on. Yeah.
You want me to come on?
Yeah. The house stinks. You got all the curtains closed. The blinds behind them are closed. The shutters on the other side of the house are closed.
You hear that?
Yeah, there's a cat dying somewhere.
I own a cat. I knew I owned a cat. It's been months, but I was sure I owned a cat. There is a cat in here somewhere.
Come on. I'm here to help you. I'm just gonna keep putting stuff into the box. I'm gonna help you take boxes.
Deal, Phil. Why do you want me out there so bad? Is there something going on out there? Is there a parade I'm supposed to be a part of,
There's
Phil?
something more important than a parade happening right now, Tim. Life. Ah! You're not a vampire.
I might as well be. Ever since Beatrice was killed in that horrendous throwing accident, where she got thrown. Far.
You never should have put her on that thing.
Yeah, the throwing machine. Damn it, it said right on their throwing machine, do not place humans.
Right.
What was I thinking?
You weren't thinking.
No.
That's the problem.
And now you want me to start again. Is that what it is? You want me to start thinking again? You want me to start imagining and perceiving all the things that I've been missing? Phil, well, no thanks. I'll stay here.
What are you so afraid of, huh, Tim?
What am I afraid of?
Yeah.
You want to know what I'm afraid of?
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly what I'm afraid of.
Take a look in the mirror and tell me who you see. You're not a werewolf as well.
You know it is hideous, the face inside that shine, this place that once was mine, this life that once was meaning. Oh no, just get rid of this and throw it in the trash. To go out there would be rash, to stay in would be divine. I lost her when I tossed her, and now the cost is I'll stay here. I dream now, and it may seem now to you the answer must be clear. But my baloney and me will live here forever. Baloney and we will die here as well. My baloney and we will live here forever. This is a story only I can tell.
Or want to, probably.
Oh God, I'm delirious, insane and happy too. For to leave here just like you, it seems so easy.
Come on, Tim.
And yet it's clear to us that there's no way that I'll go. There's no way because I threw, I did, and now I threw her. My God, you knew her, and yet to throw her would not be right. Oh, put that fork down and look at this clown. I will stay in here today, tomorrow, and tonight. My baloney and me will stay forever. Baloney and me will die here as well. My baloney and me will stay forever. And that's the story that I must tell. What if I should venture out there? What if I should see it all? What if I should venture and try to repeat that lovely call? Oh, what if I should venture out my door and stand there, creeping and suckling the heat of desire? Oh no, not desire. They'll stare at me and they'll say, hello you ugly duckling. I'm baloney, now stay right here. Me and my baloney, it's a story so clear. And I will tell you, I shan't go free. I'll lock this door right now and stay in here somehow.
These fine folks have just discovered that they are sitting in the Rob Schiffman splash zone. Go with the drinks. What a thrilling song that was. Wow. And Matt Girovano, great mic work as the cat wasting away.
Typecasting.
Yeah. Truly. That was a lot of fun. And, I think we've reached the point, folks. Oh, it's time to vote. What do you know? It's time to decide which of these fine nominees will take home that coveted Phony Award. Now, if you would please reach underneath your seats to retrieve the electronic voting device. Not in the triad budget. Okay, folks. We are needy actors, so we're going to do this the old-fashioned way by applause, all right? Let's do a quick test run. If you heard a song you liked, didn't love, but you want to give it a little respect, give me like a nice, light, polite golf clap. Just like a little... Right. Sounds like when I first came out here tonight. And if you heard a song that you loved, and that's your Phony Award winner, give me all you got! I know that wasn't for me, but I'll take it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome back to the stage the presenters. What a group, what a field tonight. Our first nominated song of the evening took us to the world of mountaineering. Yes, where one expeditioner, as of course they're known, purposed to summits where no one had ever summited before. Yes, it's a disco mountaineering musical. The song was I Won't Survive. From the musical, we're going where? Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your winner, vote now! Our second... We're getting chippy. Our second nominated song of the evening took us to the world of amulet thievery and Miramax Pictures, I guess. The song was Harvey Weinstein Is Not in the House. Thank God. From the musical Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your winner, vote now. Quick check of the standings. Robert lost. All right. Our third nominated song of the evening took us to jolly old England. Yes. Land of kings and queens, princesses, groundskeepers falling from balconies. The song was Just Kill Me Now. From the musical Anon, My Love. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your winner, vote now. Our fourth and final nominee of the evening took us to the world of widowers and pack rapping, where the lyric, "Hello, you ugly duckling," seamlessly fit in. No shoes Oh, yes. This has never before happened.
What?
181 years we've been doing the show, and 167 I've been hosting it. So does anyone here have 2 switchblades? You should see what they have in Missouri. Okay, we'll do this by applause. So if Deb and Matt would please step forward. Deb and Matt. Okay. All right, here we go. You really got to be clear with this, folks, all right? If your winner is Harvey Weinstein is not in the house, vote now. And if your winner is Just Kill Me Now, vote now. I need that later. All right, folks, you have made this very difficult for me, but I want to hear some more of that Elizabethan dialogue. So the winner tonight is Just Kill Me. Everybody.
I want to thank you so much. This is a great honor for me, and it's for everyone out there who has love in the distance, or that they're betrothed to marry someone they don't want to. It still happens, I imagine. And if you're one of those hearts, this one is for you. But clearly, I did not write this song nor this musical. Oh, and thanks, Calix, for the great choreography. It would be wrong of me not to acknowledge the writer of the song. Just Kill Me Now. Where are you? We won. Where are you? You wrote this. Who was it? You? It was. Come up here. Come up here. Stand up. Come on. You're not too far away. Get over here. Oh my goodness. I hope it's worth it when you get here. I hope it is. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, what a lovely dress you have on. What is your name? Deborah. Mine too! Oh my gosh, we are meant to be together. So clearly, Deborah, I have thanked everyone that I need to thank, and of course I thank you. But at this point, I want to leave this to you. Is there anyone out there that you want to thank? Go ahead, the stage is yours.
Well, thank you all.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah! Gary Adler one more time on the piano. Oh boy. You've been a fun crowd. You've been a fun crowd tonight. Let me tell you, we love you. We really do. The New York audience, there's nothing like them. Here's how much we love you. If you sign up for our email list on the way out tonight, we will email you a free download of that winning song. Yes. You're welcome. Yes, so please do sign that. You've been a great crowd, really, and so many delightful suggestions in the fishbowl tonight. And, it's a shame we couldn't get to all of them. But I thought that while we, wait for the second act to begin, we could dig through the bowl and see some of the titles that could have been, might have been, but ultimately weren't. Should we do that? Should we see what kind of gems we got in here? All right. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. I left my heart in Trump's planet. He stomped on it. It's a musical about the Paris Agreement. He's still president. How is that possible? I don't know. let me tell you, I mean, Obama being followed by Trump. That is like, it's like Jeopardy being followed by Wheel of Fortune. Are you really going to eat that? Oh. Thank you. I'll just keep it. It's a souvenir. Don't eat it. My grandma dances disco. Oh! From the Mountaineering musical. That was the second number of the disco Mountaineering musical. Oh, here's one. Dave Grohl might be here. Dave? Is Dave Grohl here? Just what I thought. No. Okay. Big fan of the Foo Fighters and Nirvana. Okay, here's another one. Grandmother, where art thou? That combines the disco Mountaineering musical with the winning Elizabethan Shakespearean one. By the way, everyone here from New York, City? Where else are people coming from tonight? Jersey. Nice. Canada? Stamp on the passports, folks. That's right. Broadway's next draws from far and wide. Where else? Maine? Very nice. Basically Canada. Where else? I love Maine. Where else? Huh? Seattle? Okay. Not rapidly from there, I guess. You know, people from Seattle, they only say it once. That's classic Seattler. You don't hear me the first time, that's it. All right. I get no kick from plantains. Caribbean musical. I love that. All right. Now I gotta bend over again. All right. Rain every day, I tell you. Save it for the awkward elevator conversation. All right. Oh my. I am diabetes.
Someone's gotta be.
I almost want to put that one back in the bowl just to see what happens. You know, folks, you've been a lot of fun. By the way, how we doing? Have good doing well on drinks? Who's having the wine? Anyone having the wine tonight? Yeah. The wine here, the Triad, very good. $14, expensive, but don't worry. If you don't finish it, you can take it home and use it as paint thinner. All right, folks, we love you. We've had a lot of fun, and we love your suggestions. So fun. But we don't just want to hear from you when you have song title suggestions. We also want to hear you on social media, all right? So after the show, you want to talk about it, tell your friends about it, use the hashtag Phony Awards, all right? Phony Awards. And if you don't know what a hashtag is, that's all right. Just visit our website, www.broadwaysnexthitmusical.com. And if you don't know what a website is, well, then I salute you for your service in the Second World War. You know, folks, every great Broadway musical begins with a stirring and unforgettable overture. And what do you know, so does ours.
What?
Get ready, Gary. Here with the overture to tonight's Phony Award-winning musical, please welcome back to the stage the wonderful Gary Adler.
What was that you just said?
It's to be wed.
Oh, the court gathers round, cleaning everything tonight. My darling daughter, betrothed, wow! Unless something goes awry.
Why to be wed? To be wed. To share that ever-loving bed is to be wed. What other fate instead?
That fell off your head.
Ah, yes! To be wed! Ha 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 ha! Got one!
Fine shot. Fine shot, I say. It was quite a lovely day to go sport shooting.
Yes, I like shooting the birds. It's sport, it's fun. It reminds us of what life is.
Yes.
It's a chance to fly, to soar, or to land prematurely. And I stand before you to ask you that instead of landing prematurely, I fly high.
Well, 'tis thine fortune and thine virtue that shall take thine to thy final place, residing next to mine daughter, sharing the matrimonial bed of...
Yay.
Sorry, the spring air quite tickles my nipples.
TMI! TMI! And so I take it thou shalt give me permission to marry thine own daughter, for I stand here before you to ask that very permission.
Knight,
Yea,
thou art the strongest and most fit person I have seen in the surrounding towns. Mine daughter would love, cherish, and abide such a man as you, your strong Ripley arms.
pardon me, I ate cat earlier today.
You did?
Yes.
I thought that bologna tasted suspicious.
Well, after my previous wife died in that throwing accident, I moved to England and back in time. I'm thrilled to be honored by your acquiescence for your daughter's hand.
Well, I'm happy that you are thrilled to be honored for the acquiescence of my daughter's hand.
And I, too, am thrilled of your thrilling about the acquiescence of my and your daughter's hand, but way more yours than mine. I shall honor her, sir.
And you shall obey.
I shall treat her like glass from a glass menagerie.
Pray tell, explain further.
Could be glass from a cup, could be glass to drink of. Could be glass on the floor that you'd sweep or just shove. Could be glass that is fine, could be glass to be melt. But like the glass in a menagerie, it will be beheld.
But you must understand, glass is pure and fragile. It can be found in a fire. If my daughter is broken, I'll burn you on the pile.
Fear not, I shall not break her. No, instead I shall treat her well. She shall not be broken glass, but glass to be beheld. And into that glass I shall pour happiness. Into that glass I shall pour kind. Into that glass I shall pour truthfulness. Into that glass who knows what we shall find. Sir, that cough, it does concern me.
Ah, well, I'm happy that you're concerned about my cough.
Has the taste of a bisque, sir. Into that glass you've given your father heart. Into that glass you've given it well.
Into that glass, I hope I don't have to fart. And I hope finally be well.
Into that glass, if you do pass, I'll tell you. That glass that you hold at your back, I swear before you.
Neil,
Good sir, I assure you.
I'm King Neil.
I know I implore you, allow me to make sure that glass won't crack.
All right. I've put your horse away. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Refill my tea.
Oh,
In
every
the
time I see a glass, I wonder what's been in it.
Don't think too hard. I know you can't.
You're right. I'm not someone who's built for thinking. I'm somebody who's built for
Loving.
fetch. Loving?
Someone who's built for loving.
Well, I am. I love me horses, and I love the grass, and I love the sky. I love all sorts of things.
As do I. Do you love cats? Now and forever.
I actually hate cats. They're the one animal that I cannot abide.
I understand. Jules?
You never called me by my full name before. That is my full name. It's just Jules.
Jules, perhaps it's too forward of me, the princess, to be speaking these words unto thine ears. But
It's
yea,
all-
my tongue doth drip with love, loving drips of words upon your ears that bend to the curlicues of your brain. And yea, does my heart beat and fly like a butterfly that stands aloft in the wind, being carried thusly and thusly.
Bless you. You know the bisque is going around.
I speak not of the bisque, for my father does perish from consumption. Too much consuming.
So sorry, your father is not long for this world. You'll be all alone.
Alone?
I'll get the tea.
No.
That's terrible. Imagine how you'll survive in this world just all by yourself. Just you look out. Really good.
Oh, do I love thee? Let me count the ways. Your strength, the strength from your feet, up through your knees, your pelvis, hips, and shoulders. Oh, please, I know the strength isn't weak, and you could lift me high up like a heavy boulder. My heart falls out in the night. Jules, my dear, your eyes that pierce me thusly. My love is for you.
Oh dear. I read the leaves and what do they tell?
What do they tell you?
Your love has cast some crazy spell.
Abracadabra, poof!
It is a magic that you should be aware. The love you seek may not be there.
My heart lofts like clouds in the sky.
beautiful and virginal daughter.
Yes, Father.
In thine room right before the cock doth crow the noon night-time time.
Aye, 'tis true, Father, for I wait on thee.
The orangutan on the gate doth say 'tis time for nap-nap.
'Tis true, Father. And yea, I stand before you, your own daughter, a princess, awaiting your command.
Yes, my command is that thou shalt be betrothed to the knight from town, furthest town. He was there with his abs out everywhere.
Nay, Father, speak not these words. For nay, the night is but a night in night, and I, the light of day am I. And night and day, they do not mix.
Pray tell, you shall have this fix. For once this night is through and through, you married you shall do. The king has spoken, thou shalt kneel, but you're my daughter, not to feel too badly, for when that man comes, you shall know and drink some rum, for he is good betrothed fortunes. He is all but fame, and love is all but potions, and Lady Gaga's game.
Father, you speak in riddles. For yea, I am the daughter of mine mother, and yea, she did but marry thee for love and power, perhaps, but for love more than anything. Dear Father, understand, it is time for me to nap, nay?
Yes, time for nappage. Although I did see that knight walk yonder this way.
Father!
Nothing, it's nothing.
Yea, but day by day! Speak not of it, Father. What seest thou?
Perhaps I have seen. Oh, the plague has continued. No, it is but the red bisque of death. Yes, chunky.
Yea.
New England style.
Aye, Father, 'tis
Yea, did someone call out New England style?
'Tis the night.
Yea, the night standeth before thee like the day, and yet the day hath risen and the night come back now.
Aye, it is impossible not to see thee coming, for I do hear the jangling of thy metal suit.
Yea, thou shalt put a jingle back in my jangle, and I shall jangle thee around mine own jingle.
Not till thou art on their betrothed night.
Nay, not until the betrothed night. Now, for force now, I've come with news to share with thy daughter, my future bride.
News, no more blues. Tell us what's in store.
Yea, thou shalt stand before me like a king and the Seuss of doctor. I shall share this news with thine when thou shalt not nap, for it is private news I shall share with thine. Yea, the red biscuit.
Tis consumption! Each day thou dost walk quicker to the grave, Father, but yea!
Nay,
Thine own father passed as well as the green bisque of lentil.
quickly now. I must go to the Dr. Seuss. He knows what to do.
Sounds. The birds flap. May I approach thine and become closer to thee?
Aye, but not too close.
I
for
shall
my piano
stand.
man doth stay in my
Aye,
boudoir.
piano man, what shalt thou sayest with thine own fingers?
Tis like a music box.
Thou shalt speak quiet, piano man. I stand before thee to share news with thee, for I have purchased us a castle, in which we shall live, thrive, and eventually die. I mean, we shall not speak much of the dying, although it shall happen. 'Tis inevitable.
Aye, 'tis true, but yea, bring thy lips away from mine ears, so I may rest this eve.
But eventually my lips shall make the journey to thine own ears and kiss them, making a popping sound. The ears. Shallst we pop?
Nay,
Anon?
pop not.
Pop yea?
No.
Pop yea?
Nay, pop not.
All right, then I shall pop away, shall I?
Do.
I shall see thine on the morrow when we shall be wed. To be wed. In a bed? That is to be away. Do I hear something? Do I feel something?
Aye, 'tis but the gardener.
Ah.
Yea, he doth trim the bushes.
Ah.
Gardener, thou art so tall. I stand on second step, and yet thine face is near mine. I'm only allowed to stand here on the ledges, sir. You and your kind may take the stairs, of course.
Right. Stairs, shall I? Trim thine own hedges, gardener.
And this night will last forever, and tomorrow may never come. But tomorrow I am to be wed. Is the ducks?
Yes. One day those sucklings will be ducklings.
And ugly, ugly shall they be.
Yes. Don't look out your window upon me. Careful! I don't want you to get cut by the shears.
Nay, the shears are sharp. The
The
sharp
sheer
shears.
thought of them scares me.
They are sharp. Sharp as a dagger. An idea has crossed my mind. From this side to that.
Careful.
And to there.
Careful, you may cut your hand if you do these moves.
I cut not my hand.
I shan't. I would never cut you.
The shears, they're sparkling in the moonlight. And I wish for them to cut me out of here. I wish that they could clip me thusly. Yes, my Charles, it's come to here. Plunge the daggers in my heart. Let them fall oh so deep. Plunge the shears deep inside of my heart, and I will have the longest sleep. Just kill me now. Just kill me now. Just kill me. Just kill me now. Just kill me now. Just kill me now. I don't want to go on without thee. The moonlight shines and takes my eyes.
Why'd you make me
And
look?
my heart, it stays here with thee. And now I know happiness won't grow unless you are to marry me. So kill me now, just kill me now, kill me now, kill me now, just kill me
What does the gardener do laying outside of thine window?
Aye, he sleeps.
He sleeps after a fall. Did I witness said fall from thine own window?
Only thou can tell me if thou did witness the fall.
All right, then I did.
Nay, Jules.
Jules,
Jules.
you call the gardener by his full name.
Aye.
Many people only call him by half his name. Jules. Not Jules, Jules.
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to Jules. Your hand rests upon Jules's pectoral muscles. There is an electricity that comes between me.
Tis true,
Tis
great
the electricity of a rainstorm or the electricity of love?
love. Tis love.
Tis not love.
'Tis love, and yea, my father doth not know.
Your father shall know soon enough.
Nay, tell
and
him
that
not.
red bisque of death shall creep into his heart, and it will be upon you that his death shall come. But it will not be the only death. For I shall revive said man who may now be paralyzed, and then I will end his life as well. You shall be alone. Alone.
Alone?
Alone.
Nay.
And yet married to me. But it's going to be really lonely marriage. Yay!
Nay,
Yay!
speak not.
It is then that I saw the hands upon the chest, after witnessing the fall from grace and the fall from the tower.
Fall from grace doubly forward metaphorically,
Yea.
and heart of daggers into the eyes of eagles
Yea.
shall take my soul and rip my nipples apart.
Yay! TMI!
Dr. Seuss, you're needed in OR. Dr. Seuss, you're needed in OR.
Thank you for coming to find me. I was looking for my assistant. Alas, Sir Harvey Weinstein was not in the house.
Your daughter has betrayed me, and more importantly, betrayed you.
Have thou sent the scroll by raven to house, to let them know that I am here on my last breaths, and the bisque shall briskly take me moment by moment away till Beth do us bar.
Yea, although not the raven. The raven was busy, but I found a cat.
Like the cat, my fate of death looms heavily. Our lives of 9 and prior have caught up with us.
Yea, your 9th life shall come to an end, and 10 shall not be. There is nothing your daughter can do nor say now.
Ha
Ha-ha!
My dearest daughter,
Thou hast discovered my love.
I leave us be night,
I shall.
for I shall have my private moments left with mine.
And in the morning thou shalt marry me, and watch as thine fake love shall pass upon a true death. He's really tall, by the way. Did you see that? He's really...
Father, thou dost not die. Die not, I command thee.
Push me towards the moonlight.
Father, dost thou not understand who Jules is to me? For yea, not only is he a garden groomer, he is an apothecary.
Silence, my beautiful virgin of pure daughter. I know what thou wants, and thou shalt get it. I saw the whole encounter. I was feeding the ducks in the pond.
Aye, they did quack for thee.
And from thine balcony I saw thy hedge clipper dangle with his life for your love.
He did dangle.
And I saw that poofy, Abby Flabby knight take the stairs.
Father, thou must understand, Jules' heart is one that is clean and clear and true.
My darling, those are the jewels that shall be in your crown. Those jewels are the true jewels of love.
Thou must understand, Jules is an apothecary. He knows the leaves and herbs and trees.
Then let him be yours, so he'll be your king, and all the happiness he will bring. I've never felt so clear before as I see that heavenly door. The red bisque of death, oh, the red bisque of death, so chunky and so yummy. I know that with my final breath sword, bowing twice, and having both of my knees.
Jules! Yes? I know thou hast lost the use of thy legs, but yea, thou hast not lost the use of thy brain.
Oh, you don't want my brain. You already told me my brain is useless.
Nay, I did not say that. That is not what I said. Thou didst misunderstand. But yea, use thine apothecary hands, the potions, the herbs, the trees, the leaves. Canst thou not help my father?
I will do it for you, milady. Oh,
'Twas a bad fall, indeed.
what?
Thou hast scratched thy knees, I imagine.
I did thusly. Knee to knee I have scratched thusly. Upon this man I lay my hand, apothecary in the time with sands, and into life a machine of throw, like Beatrice you will go, go, go!
You have saved my life. I don't know why, but you saved my life.
It is very simple why. She asked me to. I would do anything for you. I would climb a tree, anything. I would scrape my knee, anything. Don't know any more of the words, but any of them I would do. Would you have someone like me who has no feeling below the knee?
Aye. Slight note. Perhaps thine own powers of sorcery can cure your legs. Quintus, I thought of it. I am an old, half-dead man, but the thought continues.
Sorcery be not necessary.
Night lampshade, what shall thou want?
Thou art strong indeed to return to this place, knowing the love that is here.
Did I watch thee fall, yea? But did I watch thee rise, double yea?
Yea, yea.
You say you true love have for this woman. Then I shall give myself away and remove myself from said plan. I shall move back to New York, where I shall live amongst the eats of the deli. Just me and my bologna.
Thou art a generous man, and to you I offer mine ear for one kiss to place upon.
Shallst I kiss it but one time?
But one time.
All right. Shall it be a loud pop?
I wish not. Twas quite
And now thou lips shall pop as well. And I shall...
Oh, no, I'll wait for her.
Nay, thou must kiss.
No, I'm good.
A doctor was I in my past life. Shall I give thee medicine for thine own legs? It is a medicine that fixes the legs that are broken. 3 drops of duck's blood and half cat.
If this is what you want,
Of course.
all right.
1, 2, 3. Eat.
Say the magic words.
I need a subway. I won't make me pay.
Go on and carry to thy former self.
They gain strength moment by moment. Strength to stand by you for all time.
You are a knight who stands by thine principalities of virtue, honesty, and glamour.
Well, I suppose in the end the glass must be half full.
And strength to boot. Take mine horse, my steed, my ducks, my cats, my wolves, my bats, my clarinets.
All right, that's enough.
My reeds.
You've given enough.
My mules and my steeds, my carrots,
Go on.
my zucchini,
Yes.
my pasta like
think I-
linguine, my life, no, my wife, no. That's all I can give you. Now you may go.
May I stay, sir, and watch the marriage of these two who deserve each other so?
Only if you help with this ceremonious ceremony.
Well as being a doctor, I also happen to be a Presbyterian minister. Do you take this woman as your wife, as the subject of your life, as the heart that's real and true? I do. Do you take this man so fine, who will do with you intertwine, who will make out of one just two?
I do.
Then kiss the bride, and kiss her now, and let that kiss go on. Kiss the bride, keep on going. No, like keep it going on. Kiss the bride.
Kiss her like you mean it.
Go on and do it.
Like a king.
Go on and kiss the bride.
I see you. You sad, but you will not frown. Take my crown. Velcro on the back would fit his head right well. Now I go and journey back to that head.
Kiss the bride. Kiss the bride. Pull out the tongue behind the teeth. Don't let it hide.
The crown of the kingdom, where is it?
Kiss the bride. Kiss the bride.
Kiss the bride.
Kiss the bride. Kiss the bride.
It's Broadway's next hit musical! With Robert Z. Grant, Deborah Vine, Rob Schiffman, Matt Girovano. My name's Mark Engberg, and that is our musical director, Gary Adler!
Kiss the bride. Kiss the bride. Pull out the tongue from behind the teeth. Don't let it hide. Just